Hello, everyone. This is the David Goodman Reality and Truth Show. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Vanita Lambert, and this is Donna Boyne. She's my co-host, and she's also my friend. And I'm really happy to have her back because she was working for a while, and I really missed her. And so it's good to have her back. Welcome back, Donna.
Thank you for having me, and always missing here too. Every time I think about this time of the day, I know, okay, I miss coming.
So what that means is that she was listening to me every single day when she wasn't here.
That's right.
Thank you. I think that's what I interpret anyway.
Yes.
She missed me, but she was listening to me and whatever guests that I had on the show every single week. So anyway, I just want to give my little 2 cents on COVID. I heard, actually I went onto a website. It's a Connecticut website. Don't remember the name right now. Maybe CT State or something like that, .gov. And I read that there's 77% of Connecticut residents that are fully vaccinated. And so, Donna, being a CNA, what number do we need to get to before herd immunity?
Well, to tell you the truth, they are right there right now.
Oh, it is?
Yes, so, because that's what I heard, that they are right there. That's why they are looking into, releasing the mask.
Yes.
Yes,
mask
right
mandates,
there.
Yeah. So 77% is it. Well, this was like a week ago.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a little bit higher now.
Higher now. It's going because I've been speaking to some people in the working field, and those are people who were saying that they would never take the vaccine. And right now, I realize that people who was saying that they weren't gonna take it, they are taking it right now. So even yesterday, somebody called me and said, "Guess what?" I said, "What?" She said, "I went and take my first shot." I said, "Yes."
Oh,
so,
and she's still alive.
And she's still alive.
Because she called you and told you.
Yes. And
Did she have both her arms and both her legs and all those things? Anything crazy happened?
Nothing happened. I said to her, "How do you feel?" She said, "I feel good that I went and take." I said, "That's all it takes."
Yeah.
Just all it takes. But sometimes you have to let people, be themselves and do what they want to, but at the same time, you still have to encourage them to do the right thing. So don't stop telling your family member, go and take it. But you cannot force anyone. You just encourage people.
Exactly. And sometimes you have to look for a reason or have a reason that's, bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
Like this thing is bigger than just me. Like I could give it to a baby that can't get a shot. Like I'm always talking about babies because I have a 6-month granddaughter. So I'm always wearing my mask and I'm vaccinated as well.
I can't believe she's 6 months
She is
already.
6 months. She is in number 2
God.
diapers. I had to give away all the number 1s because
I know that's
her
right.
big fat butt just grew out of it.
Oh my
I think
God.
her other grandmother has been feeding her like sweet potatoes and cornbread and collard greens because this girl, she got big all of a sudden.
Guess what? You see, once you're taking care of a child, showing their love, giving their food, they're clean, baby, they don't take no time to grow because all they want is love and care.
Yeah.
That's
all they
it.
do is eat, sleep, and number
And
1
laugh.
or number 2. That's it. Oh, and don't forget play. She is so active and want to play all the time. So anyway, grandbaby girl, her nickname is GBG, is my reason why, one of my reasons why. I did it for multiple reasons. Number 1, I love myself, and I want to be around for as long as possible. I want to die an old woman warm in my bed like when I'm 100 or something. I want to be here as long as I can. And if it takes, with technology and science and all these different diseases that we keep coming across, you're going to need something to fight against those things because it seems like every 4, 5, 10 years or whatever, there's something new, some type of pandemic coming, and you got to be ready to fight that with whatever. A lot of people don't believe in taking it. A lot of people cannot take it because of health reasons. So once we get to the herd immunity, which you say we are, at 77%, that seems like, okay, so every 4 people that get together, one person is not vaccinated. So you're saying if the other 3 people are vaccinated, I'm trying to understand this in my head, how that works.
That's exactly how it goes.
So there's 4 people, 3 of them are vaccinated, and everyone is not vaccinated. So the 3 that are vaccinated cannot catch COVID from the one that's not, or if they do get COVID from the one that's not, it's not going to be anything severe to be like having a cold.
Yes.
Is that what it means? So that's why they're coming up with all the releasing all the mask mandates in school and stuff. That's wonderful. I'm so excited.
Yes. And for me personally, I feel like there are people, for me personally, I'm not going to put down the mask until I know that I know that I know. Even though I take my shots and everything, I'm going to make sure that when I'm going in the public, I have my mask on. But still, yet you still have some people who still don't take the vaccine, but they still are enforcing not to wear their mask. So those are the people that you're really going to, you have to wear your mask to protect yourself.
Right. So if you're in big crowds, like if you go to a football game or
wear your mask.
You go to the grocery store, to the gym, then you can't use the scenario that I just gave, like the 4 people.
Right.
But if you're in a room with just 4 people, you could use that as an example. You know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway, continue to do your job, nutmeggers, and crush COVID. That's a wonderful thing.
One thing I want to put out there is that when you think about COVID today and COVID 2020, where we are, what do you think about that?
Well, I had COVID in 2020, so I was scared to death.
Yes, but when you think about how the pressure and the force of it right now, how it affects your body is different today than 2020. Because 2020, once you get it, baby, you'll feel like death. Your body feel like that. But now, not saying it's not killing people, but it still don't have that force that it has back in 2020. So I feel like it's, kind of going down a little, which is very
definitely.
Good.
We're controlling it.
It's weakened.
Well, the reason for that is in 2020, we had no vaccine.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So we had no vaccine, so a lot of people got COVID, and if you had additional symptoms like heart disease, diabetes, other chronic illnesses, then the COVID kind of put you over the top, and those are the people that didn't make it. And a lot of people died from it. But when I got COVID in 2020, the only thing that really bothered me was the the loneliness. You know what I mean? It was the loneliness. I didn't get, I got a fever, I got a cough, I think I got a headache or something, but it was like a cold because I thank God and knock on wood, I don't have any symptoms, I don't take any medication. So for me, the worst part of COVID was being alone. I did not get to touch a human being like that for like over 2 weeks. My husband, what they did, they were so funny. My husband and my son, they would set up a TV tray outside my bedroom. And of course they slept in other rooms outside my bedroom. And they would come and put my food on the table. And then they would run back into another room, close the door, and call me on the cell phone and say, okay, your soup is there. And they I'm serious. That's what they did.
But guess what? That's
Everybody
what a lot of
was
people
scared
did.
to death.
That's what I'm talking about. So today, people can have a little, because I know somebody who catch it and they didn't take the vaccine.
Yeah. I feel protected. Because I know I got all my shots and I know I got my booster, and I just feel protected. I feel like, okay, I have, a shield against this enemy here. For me, that killed almost 800,000 people, or more than 800,000. I don't know what that number is, but I know it's a lot. So don't quote me on that number. I know it's a lot of people.
It's a lot.
And my heart goes out to all the families that lost someone to COVID and to gun violence and to everything else. One thing I'm sorry, go ahead.
Somebody told me that one family, a whole entire family was swept out by COVID. Not one person.
Like, you mean like mom, dad, and all the kids?
Yes, everybody swept out.
In 2020. 2020?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness.
The whole entire family was dead. I say, oh my God, what a heart. Oh, just listen to that.
There's a lot of heartbreak out there.
Jesus.
There is a lot of heartbreak out there. I mean, I'm an insurance agent in Medicare and long-term care, and just in those categories alone, there's a lot of heartbreak out there because a lot of people aren't prepared for what's to come. And long-term care is one of the most neglected categories that we don't talk about. So I open up that subject when I walk into houses. I don't care how old you are. I want to put that in your mind so you can start thinking about it, because you can literally lose everything to long-term care. I mean, when I say everything, I mean your entire nest egg. If you're not prepared, and if you need long-term care, and if you don't have someone that's going to sacrifice their life to take care of yours. And that's pretty much what it boils down to.
Since you're on Medicare, on that insurance, do you do insurance for home and so forth too? No?
For what do you mean, home? Like
home
your
insurance?
house? Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so
I work with a third party that, sure, I can get free quotes on home and auto, a bundle package. I can do, insurance like that, and all the quotes are free. It's just free information, doesn't cost you anything. So I'd be willing to do that, because a lot of people can save money. Let me just tell you just one thing. I know you have a question. I saved this one woman, which is a friend of mine. She had her homeowners and her car insurance for so long, and every year just kept renewing, and she wasn't paying attention that it was going up a little bit every time, kind of like your cable bill. And I ended up saving her $1,800 a year.
Oh wow,
that's what
good.
$300 a month. I have to get my calculator out, but $1,800 a year, she could take that and put toward utilities or just anything else. And so that's a good feeling.
That's good.
Yes, it is. I'm not saying everybody. That's the most I've ever saved one person.
Yes.
But even if you save $50 a month, that could go toward food, or that's $600 a year.
Come on, or some medication or something it can go to. But I just want to say to somebody out there who maybe own a home, you can take insurance even on your furniture too, don't it?
Oh yeah.
So
apartments,
rental you don't have to own a home only. You can have your apartment, you have your beautiful furnitures. You can call for free information, put your insurance and those things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's what I found out during this business is that there's a lot of folks that's underinsured in their home, meaning that if you suffered a total loss, you would only get what the contract says, what your declaration page says. That doesn't necessarily mean that every single thing in your home is covered. So it's always good to review that information every single year. I had a friend I have so many friends and so many stories to tell because I'm in this business. She had a fire in her house, and she was covered for everything. She had a consultant come in, and they paid her for every single pair of shoes, every single shirt.
I need an insurance like that.
Exactly. And then there are some people like myself was underinsured. Like if my house caught on fire, which I hope and pray to God it doesn't, I wouldn't get paid for each and every pair of shoes I had because I was underinsured and didn't know it, and you don't know it. My basement flooded out and my insurance didn't cover it. I didn't know that, So it's good to just check into things like that. I live in West Haven. I'm not near a beach. I don't have flood insurance. I figure if anything would happen, my homeowners would cover it. No, it did not cover.
Oh, wow. That's a good information right there.
Yes, it is. And then there's things that it would cover that you don't know. Like we had, I don't know what storm it was, Sandy or one of them. Like 10 years ago, I think it was Storm Sandy, where it knocked out everybody's electricity.
Right.
They paid for every single thing I had in my freezer downstairs because I lost all of my food. So that was something my insurance company did cover. So it's just a matter of getting all the information, getting the right information so that you can be prepared for anything.
Yeah.
So, and I take my insurance very serious. I love it. It's like a passion for me. When I save you money, I feel like I'm saving money, and that's crazy, right? So it's like a little ministry for me. Like when I first started doing insurance, it was just to make money to pay bills, and that was it. Now I do it for free. I give out free information. I do a radio show to give out free information, and I do free in-home consultations because nobody is all set. You know, there's always one area that you're missing. And I talk to people about protecting yourself, protecting your assets, and protecting your family. Do you have a will set up? And things like that. So, you know, it's like a ministry for me. And I love doing that. So if anybody wants free information, you know where to go. Right, Donna?
Right here. That's the number right there on the TV.
Yeah. I can't think of anything more important than, you know, taking care of your health, taking care of your family, and taking care of your nest egg, because nobody knows what the future holds.
And I have to say this, because, you know, maybe somebody out there listening to us and thinking, you know, they have an elderly mother or an elderly auntie, whoever they may be. They don't have insurance. They don't have any help. Listen, these are free information. Reach out. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to Venita, and we will get all the free information to you. So don't sit there. Call somebody and tell somebody about us. You know, tell somebody about us so that they can come and listen to us on Friday at this time, 1 o'clock. You know.
Yep, we're on YouTube. Please follow us on YouTube.
Yes. Share.
We need some more subscribers. Subscribe and follow us.
Yes.
And just get the information.
Yes.
It's so important. If you don't have the right information, you cannot benefit from it. And if you already know what we're going to say, then you've lost nothing. If you already have all the information, you have nothing to lose. But we might, you know, surprise you and say something that you don't know.
Exactly.
And that's what I try to do.
Yes.
Always trying to help people, like, you know, public service.
Yes.
My kids are grown, you know, and I think my purpose here is more than just to be a wife to my husband and a mother to my kids. This is my time to help somebody. I'm on the National Council of Negro Women, which is another nonprofit organization where we help young African American girls. And my goal is to, if I'm able to help one person change the direction of their life from negative to positive, then, you know, I will feel a great sense of accomplishment. So I joined these organizations, you know, looking for my purpose. I know that there is something greater. I just don't know what it is. And sometimes you don't know until God, He uses us to help other people and puts us in places that we need to be to do certain things. Am I right, Donna? I really honestly believe that.
Oh, of course you do.
You know, so hopefully, you know, this little insurance ministry is working. I am able to help a lot of people.
I want to put this out there too. At 185 Orchard Street, I think is 185, the Beulah Church in New Haven, we are going to give out food to the neighborhood Tuesday at 1 p.m. Make your way over. Come and get some good stuff. We gave those food away like 2 times for the month. When you come to pick up your food, you're going to get the next date. So tell somebody who in need, you know, come. We have a lot of stuff for you, for those who in need of it.
Well, that's pretty awesome. So is it like a drive-through? They put the box in your trunk, or you just, how do you have to go inside the church?
You go inside, and the food, because it's cold. Yeah. So we try to think about the elderly who is coming, so we don't put it outside. When it's summertime, we do it that way. People just drive and somebody is there to pick up. But now we change it around. People come with their bag. If they don't have a bag, we gave them. They just walk up on every aisle, have this. They choose what they want because they don't want to put things in the box that somebody else don't want.
Oh, okay. That's nice. So you have a table full of food and they just walk through and pick what they want. And then if there's somebody elderly, I'm sure you would do it for them.
Yes, what we do, when the elderly person comes, we tell people if you're older and you cannot make it, just call the church. Call us and we'll tell us what you want. We pack the bag, and then when they come, if they drive, they have somebody who will take them. You just give me their name and we just send the bags to them, put in the car back. Yeah.
That's nice. And
so when you come, you can ask for Donna. So just tell somebody about it.
That's, you know what,
Yeah.
that's a great thing. That's
Yeah.
a really good thing. And I know I'm also on another committee. Hopefully they haven't forgotten about me, but I think I joined. And even if I didn't, it's not, I'm not looking for any social standards or anything. But I know that we're going to be doing a purse of toiletries.
Yeah.
And it's going to be in April. It's going to be in Bridgeport. So look out for those announcements. And what that consists of, I have too many pocketbooks, number one. So I'm going to stuff like 2 or 3 pocketbooks with a whole bunch of toiletries for young ladies that cannot afford to buy like sanitary napkins, deodorant, socks, what else? Makeup, things like that. I'm going to put all kind of goodies in there, tissues and for college kids or just someone that's going through a hard time that just can't afford it. I know one of my NCNW sisters in New Haven, Dorthula Green, we call her Dottie, she wrote a grant. And she got a grant from this organization. She got a $15,000 grant. I'm not going to name the organization, but it was a $15,000 grant to give out sanitary napkins during COVID because I didn't think of it. Everybody thought food and rent moratorium and things like that, but nobody thought about the young ladies that need sanitary napkins and deodorant and things like that. So she got the $15,000 grant, and the way they decide to distribute it, they went to all the food banks. So whenever, like your church is having like Beulah, what is it, Beulah Baptist?
Pentecostal.
Beulah Pentecostal, when they announce their food drives, just like you're going to have yours on Tuesday, they hear about that and they just set up camp there. And so when people come through, they had a sign.
Right.
And they even attracted men because a lot of men came over because they had daughters.
Yes.
They're in line to get food. And this one guy, I never forget, Dottie told me about it. He came over and she was like so excited. She was like, oh, okay. And he goes, he said, I have 3 daughters. She was like, oh my God, here, take a few. Oh my God. So everybody's in need of a bunch of different things. If you have things in your closet, clothes, and, put them in those bins, you never know. Your rags could be somebody else's riches.
Yes.
There's so many, I hate to say this, but there is a bunch of homeless people like right in New Haven that I see almost every day.
And we cater for
I
them.
drive down, what's that street? El Grasso Boulevard.
Yes.
And there's a soccer field there.
Yeah, they are packed.
Yep, and if you look beyond the soccer field where the, I used to see deer back there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you look past that, there's all these colorful tents. And I was like, one day I looked, because, I'm always rushing around here, there, and everywhere, running from one appointment to the next. And I looked and said, what is that over there? And then I stopped when there wasn't a lot of traffic. And I had my husband with me. I think I was like, what is that? He goes, there's people living in those tents. He said they got a generator over there to keep warm. And so I don't know. I
wonder.
We're one of the richest countries in the world. Why is there so much homelessness?
They choose to do that. Many of them, let me tell you.
I can't believe that.
Let me tell you.
Not everybody don't choose to be on the street.
Not everybody, but there are few of them that we spoke with in our church. They tell their story, and the story is like, the family is what made them to be where they want, and they don't have no peace in their home, so they rather to stay home, stay on the street, and they feel more comfortable being there.
Oh my God! So we're talking about you know what? Younger people that leave out of the house.
Yes.
Those are runaways, and that's a little bit difficult. But I was coming out of Sam's once, and Sam's was this is before they moved out of Orange. It was a husband, a wife, and I think 2 or 3 kids, but there was a little baby with them, and they had a sign. They were like right when when you leave out of Sam's, almost at the post road.
Oh wow!
And they needed food, and this was, and I'm just thinking that they're undocumented, and this was a while ago because Sam's was still in Orange. They're undocumented. It was long before COVID, and this man just could not get any work or whatever. So I stopped. I started something. I'm a flagship. I'm a trailblazer. I stopped, and I had just came from Sam's and bought all this stuff that we did, we needed, we were going to eat, but, we have extra stuff and, extra blessings, and I thank God for that. But when I saw this family with that little baby, I stopped, I pulled over on the sidewalk, and I started carrying stuff from here to across the street, giving them all my non-perishables, giving them some fruit, milk, juice, whatever I had that they could eat. The wife that was sitting next, she just started eating cookies and just started eating food immediately.
Because it was hungry.
Like they were hungry. So, that made me feel good. And so anyway, the effect that I caused, the end of the story is everybody started stopping giving them stuff.
That's it.
Everybody that was coming out of Sam's, they saw what I was doing and they started giving them food. And, I know some people gave them money because you need gas, and a little baby, oh my goodness. It was just heartbreaking to see that. Thank God it was warm at the time, but that's why I say I cannot believe everybody choose to be homeless. That family was probably just sleeping in their car. They probably had nowhere to go. And if they're here undocumented, then what are you going to do?
But then again, there's a lot of time people, you just hunt them out. Because if you have a 8 to 5 job and you lost that job and you own a home, there's a possibility you're going to be outside. So it can happen to the best of us. So when we see somebody in need and we have a little bit more, offer some help.
Exactly.
Don't look down on somebody. We just need to help one another and show the love to one another.
Exactly.
That's what I have to say.
That's what you got to do. So anyway, we have about 1 minute left to the David Goodman Reality and Truth Show. I just want to say thank you to Francisco and John and Boomy and Rick for allowing me to do this show, and Francisco for doing all the work behind the cameras. He is wonderful. Thank you, Francisco. You're doing a great job. And thank my co-host for coming back, doing the show with me.
You're welcome.
And I'm going to try to get some people on the show the next couple of weeks to talk about some of the things that's going on in Stratford politics. And that's going to be a very exciting meeting. I probably won't say a word. I'm just going to be letting them go at it. So, any last words? Go ahead, Donna.
Just 1 minute, second. I just want to say to somebody, just if you need help, trust somebody and call and ask for help. Don't stay there and you need help. Here are numbers you can call and ask for help.
Exactly. We have a lot of resources.
Lots of resources. Don't let pride keep you down. Call. See the number there? Call and ask for help.
Yep.
I'm looking for you at Beulah Heights Pentecostal Church on Tuesday, 1 p.m.
Okay, well done, well said. And follow us on YouTube. So that's it for today. That's the David Goodman Reality and Truth Show. And we're on your side.